Let's now focus on kidnappings. We've seen more and more kidnappings taking place in recent months, particularly in Cape Town. And the most recent is the kidnapping last week of a Ukrainian woman. Ayesha Ismail was snatched from her car while driving along Ipswich Road in Blackheath. Ismail is understood to be the wife of a businessperson in the Blackheath area. Well, our reporter Ayesha Ismail joins us now for the latest on this. So, Ayesha, unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of these kidnapping incidents. Tell me a little bit more about Ismail and how she was snatched and whether there's been any ransom note, any demand for money, or typically, as we've seen, the police tend to do a bit of a lockdown in terms of information.
So, Sally, it's exactly a week today since Anna Penev, the 35-year-old Ukrainian national, was kidnapped here in Cape Town in an area called Blackheath. It happened in broad daylight, just meters away from the factory where she works with her husband Simeon. They work together there. They produce plastic bottles, and the video that went viral last week clearly shows her in her canary yellow luxury vehicle, and two vehicles kind of boxed her in. And what's interesting is that one can clearly see in that video Anna trying to fight off those trying to kidnap her, but unfortunately she was unsuccessful and she was then taken. I did speak to the police earlier today, and they told me that the matter is still being investigated. They've not made a breakthrough yet. However, they're saying that they are working very hard to try and apprehend the perpetrators and also to find Anna Penev and bring her home safely. But I did have an opportunity earlier today to speak to a close family friend, and this is what he had to say.
This is something which highly dangerous to happen to anyone. No one can be prepared for this. And putting on aside the shock, which is obviously coming with something like this, physical injuries are going together with this, you see. But one more time, at the moment, we can only guess what is the situation.
And if you were to guess, why do you think she was the one targeted?
I would say probably because of the business which are they doing, because of the image which are they having in the society as successful people.
So have you been able to speak to her family? Have they given any indication of whether this was a kidnapping for ransom?
When I spoke to the close family friend, he was saying that they do not want to talk about a ransom. He says their main aim is to bring her home safely. He said, of course, the family is very concerned about the fact that it's been a week. As I said, it's exactly a week today. They've not been able to have any contact with her. The police have not been able to make a breakthrough. And sadly, Sally, she has two minor children, aged 1 and 4. And the family friend that I spoke to says that obviously, you know, the children are beginning to miss their mum. This is what he had to say.
We're trying everything what is in our power to make them as comfortable as possible. Obviously, they don't know the details, but they are feeling that their mother is not there, is not next to them, to be 1 year old and to sleep with your mother every night, and all of a sudden your mother is not there. Even only the smell of a mother not there, it's shocking for small children, for a small child. But at the moment we are trying our best just to make them feel comfortable and just hope that everything is going to finish in a good way very soon, so she can come back home to her children.
This is all very worrying. You know, we've seen a number of incidents now, and it certainly seems to be on the rise. We know that the police say they're going to treat it with utmost priority. Have they given you any information? Have they told you what their plan is?
No, Sally, and as you said earlier in your introduction, in cases of kidnapping, police, we hardly get information from police, and they're saying that it is not their prerogative to share that kind of information with the media. Their main aim is to apprehend the perpetrators and to get the victims back safely to their families.
All right, well, thank you so much for that update. What a worrying situation. A mother of 2 small children, and she's been gone a week, and we don't know too much. Let's hope that behind the scenes, thank you so much, that's our reporter Ayesha Ismail, let's hope behind the scenes something is happening and police are staying tight-lipped because they don't want to jeopardise that. Hope for a breakthrough on that. Let's stay with